Hello guys, today let me share you my NTRO Scientist B interview experience. And it was held in Delhi, and in the same day DB was over, and after that we were called for the interview round. Now coming to interview board, interview panel, there were 5 people. So after entering the interview room and greetings, questions were started. So let me share you questions one by one. Okay, so the interview was started with introduction. So it was complete introduction, which with my graduation, if I have MTech with MTech and past experiences, if I have done job and all. And MTech they asked about subjects also. So I completed my first year. So they asked what subjects I chose in my first semester and what were in the second semester, like this. And second most important thing, so they did not ask any favorite subject. They did not ask any favorite subjects. So it was all random. So they discussed more on my MTech subjects. Okay. So they chose one subject from my MTech subjects and they started asking questions from that. So in my first semester I was having advanced problem solving subject. So they picked that and they started asking questions on the dynamic programming. Okay, so let me share you questions further. So this is the one of the most important question they asked me, one of the dynamic programming questions. So they did not mention dynamic programming specifically, they asked this question. Okay, and I had to solve this problem. This is one of the famous question which is asked in MNC's private sector, but there we have enough time to solve this problem. We can start from brute force and we can gradually develop our solution till we get perfect dynamic programming solution. But here we do not have that much amount of time. In the private sector, they provide us a lot of time, maybe an hour also. So we can spend maybe 15 to 20 minutes in a question. But here we do not have that much time. So within 5 to 7 minutes maximum we have to finish this question. And one more thing is, we have to reach within 5 to 7 minutes, we have to reach the dynamic programming approach in this question. Okay, so I started with brute force. So initially I was not having the dynamic programming approach, so I started with brute force. But when I was solving this question using brute force approach, at that time I got this dynamic programming approach. So suddenly I moved into that, uh, because I had to solve this problem within that 5 to 7 minutes, because entire interview is 25 to 30 minutes, this one. Okay, so within 5 to 7 minutes you have to solve this problem. And yes, if you are not able to get this dynamic programming approach, okay, then try to solve this problem at least using force approach. They will give some marks, don't worry, but try to solve this problem, because brute force is a general solution, general approach, and everyone should be able to solve using that. So at some marks they will give definitely. Okay, it is true that they will not give uh, full marks, but with force approach, but they will give some marks. But try to solve this. Okay. Okay, so now coming to the next question, they started asking some questions from the networking. So I did not mention specifically my interest area as networking. They started their own. And remember this, in this interview, they will ask many more questions on networking security, computer networks, and what are the things related to networking, and current in the current era, what are we using, latest technologies related to networking and all. So they asked me regarding this high speed network, and one of the high speed network which is developed by, created by NIC, which is NKN. So you should know this. So they asked me specifically this NKN, and there were some more one or two questions also, I did not remember currently.